Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today I have a quite large Kellofaplan release to share with you. This is the student and teacher release, which is going to be on Friday, April 4th at 10 a.m. Central. We have a ton of products. Even if you are not a student or teacher, stay tuned because there's some really great things in here that I think that you'll love. So first up, we have the teacher planner, and it comes in this beautiful box and it says your greatest work is in the difference you make. This is a July 2025 to June 2026 teacher planner. And we have a planner and a sticker book. These will be purchased separately. They just fit in the box together for shipping. So it's not a bundle, but they're separate. Let me open this. Sorry, for the rest of it, I'll take out the packaging first. So this is an 8.5 by 11 planner. So there are 11 discs here, and then you have the same cover that we saw in the box and a beautiful floral inside. This is your year. Then we have the monthly overviews, like for 2025 to 2026, important dates. And then you have these boxes here. So there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 on each page that you can use for whatever type of planning you need. And then you have another set. Then we have daily schedule, which is really nice. So you can have time, class activity, allergies, and health concerns. So the student and the concern, and then one more that's blank, however you want to use it. Then we have professional development, so date, session, credit earned, staff meetings, school events, and then student information, student name, birthday, parent info, and phone number. Parent communication, date, student, method, concern, and notes, which is really nice. I don't think this was in the last one. And then we have student data, so assessment, and then student and scores. Heather was a teacher, so she's created this from her previous experience. And then you have a notes page, 2 notes pages. So then we have the first divider. The influence of a good educator can never be erased. And we have this month, meetings, birthdays, events, and other, so like a monthly overview. Then you have the monthly. It's a Sunday start with a right sidebar. And then you have the weekly spread. Sorry, this is sort of like a combination between, I feel like there's a lot of spreads going on here. We have, which is amazing, aligned vertical if you want to go this way. We have kind of the traditional teacher layout if you do each subject going across. And then you have important tasks, so kind of like a dashboard layout. So I think this is a really good layout. And then these are all going to be the same. They're really blank, so there's a lot of space if you want to decorate or not decorate and just write. Then we have the notes page, and then we have the next divider. It's not what you poured into the student that counts, but what was planted. And then these are all going to be the same inside. Then we have September. They may forget what you said, but they will never forget the way you made them feel. We're just going to go dividers now. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And then a fun stripe back here. Then we have be the change you wish to see in the world. I love these dividers. This is such a pretty theme. 100 years from now, the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. Do what you can with what you love, with what you have where you are. We are let me try that again. We are a box of crayons, each of us unique, but when we get together, the picture is complete. Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching kids what counts is best. Your influence extends beyond the classroom into the realms of the future, unseen but profoundly felt. Teachers plant seeds of knowledge that grow forever. Teaching is a work of heart. And then we have a grades divider. So behind every child who believes in themselves is a teacher who believed in them first. So we have grades, exam dates, important deadlines, progress report due dates, and report card due dates. And then you have the grades pages. So there are several pages that are going to be really helpful here to do grades for the whole year. So that is the teacher planner. And then to go along with that is a teach and plan sticker book. Again, these are sold separately. So we have teach and plan. So these boxes are going to fit perfectly in that layout that we saw, and they're going to coordinate with the colors. Then you have some black ones, and then we have some smaller boxes. So very functional. And now we have checklists that are also going to fit perfectly in those sections. I'll show you how to use this shortly. And then we have boxes with some headers. And then math, writing, reading, science, history, if you wanted to use these on those left side sections. Missing one. And now we have some words. So no school, faculty meeting, assembly, intervention, reading, science, language, arts, observation, mathematics, history, writing, small group, substitute, field day, picture day, spirit week. And I think 2 pages of those. Then we have learning objective, grades due. Students will be able to grade papers, meeting, duty, standard, early dismissal, spring, fall, Thanksgiving break, winter break, planning day, teacher work day, professional development, lesson plans due, IEP meeting, and 504 meeting. Then prep materials, tutoring, reteaching, make copies, planning, co-teaching, testing day, midterm exams, final exams, BOI assessment, MOI assessment, beginning of year, middle of year, end of year, got it. Took me a sec. Meeting, duty, snow day, awards, graduation, game day, personal day, subplans, open house, parent conferences, book fair, school dance, progress reports, class party, family night, first day, last day, half day, sick day, and testing. And then we flip. These quotes are on matte paper. The influence of a good educator can never be erased. It is not what you pour into the student that counts, but what was planted. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We are a box of crayons, each of us unique, but when we get together, the picture is complete. Do what you can with what you love where you are. Your influence extends beyond the classroom into the realms of future, unseen but profoundly felt. They may forget what you said, but they will never forget the way you made them feel. Be the change you wish to see in the world. 100 years from now, the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. Teachers plant seeds of knowledge that grow forever. Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching kids what counts is best. And you'll have 2 of those. And then we have some pretty florals. These are on paper as well. Oh, look at these. Oh, these are absolutely stunning florals. Oh my goodness. I love these. These are also on paper. And then we have some fun like school supply type stickers. These are also on paper. And then a little bit smaller. So a lot of the patterns that we saw in the teacher planner. So this is Teach and Plan by Kellofaplan. Now we have the student planner, which is a really beautiful look. And I think that this could be such a great gift for a student, even if you're not one yourself. Just like if you're not a teacher, the teacher planner could be such a great gift for a teacher. But we have a sticker book. Again, these are sold separately, but a sticker book and a student planner. So let's take a look at the planner first. So you have a really nice like plaid, which I like because it's a little bit more neutral. And then we have this is your year, student info, and important dates. My passwords, community service, that's great. Friends' birthdays. And then we have a class schedule, a bookshelf, this year's reading goals. So great to have this in here. And then we have July, a nice blank got grid page. The monthly, so this is undated, so it can be started whenever. And then we have assignment tracker and this week, and that's the weekly spread, I believe. Yes, no, okay, so assignment tracker is gonna be for the month and then this week. So you'll mark off what week it is, the weekly goal, your homework for each day, important tasks, projects, deadlines, extracurricular, personal tests, and then a habit tracker. And then you're gonna have each of the weekly spreads. So each page is 1 week, which is really nice because I think that sometimes student planners can be a little bit overwhelming when maybe they just need like one area to fill in, and then a dot grid. And that will be the planner. So again, monthly, assignment tracker, and then weekly. Then we have September, October, so really nice like neutral patterns here. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, and then we have a notes section. So the notes section is going to be all lined pages with that really great quality Kellofaplan paper. And then in the back here, which is really great, is a page of stickers to date the monthlies since it's an undated planner. Next up, we have the Student Plans sticker book. So again, these boxes are going to fit perfectly in the planner. So you'll have the boxes, small headers. These are tiny bullet points. There's 4 bullet points in here, and then we have checklists. And this is just such a great color scheme. We never really see these colors, so I think that they were a really good choice. I think they're also really neutral, which is nice. And then some more header boxes, different box sizes. And then in black. Then we have monthlies, bullets, and checklists. So monthly boxes because they have that notch for the date. And then some more checklists. These are all sections of bullets. There are 4. There you go. There's 4 in each. And then black ones. So a very functional sticker book. There's more dating stickers as well, so you could use these for the weeklies. And then you have holidays and months and different breaks. And then we have student words. So library book due, club meeting, practice, tutoring, retake test, reteaching, essay due, makeup work, extra credit, group project, project due, essay due, testing day, midterm exams, final exams, tutoring, meeting, field trip, picture day, assembly, snow day, awards, graduation, game day, personal day, no school, spirit week, open house, parent conferences, book fair, school dance, progress reports, class party, family night, first day, last day, half day, sick day, and testing. So you'll get 2 of those pages. And then we have these icons. So all the different school activities. There's basketball, there's football, there is, I saw like cheerleading in here. We have musical instruments, there's baseball, and you can also theater. You can color these in because these are on paper. So 2 pages of these. And then just some fun school stickers, like school, like student themed stickers in the same colors. I was reading the Mr. Marker thing, and these are on paper as well. And then we have some pretty florals too. So 2 pages of the florals. So that is the Student Plans sticker book. Now, also included in this release are 2 notebooks. One is themed for the teacher planner and one is themed for the student planner. But the other thing about these is that they're really neutral. So if you wanted to switch out the covers, you could do that as well. Because, I mean, you do have the Kellofaplan on the cover here, but you can swap these if you wanted something like a little bit more neutral colored or even gender neutral. So this is a classic size notebook. So there's 7 discs and we have 4 dividers. And within the dividers, we have a striped floral. You have half lined pages and half dot grid pages. And then the next divider, and again, half lined, half dot grid. Third divider. So there's 4 different dividers in here. So you could use them for 4 different subjects, areas, focuses, goals, anything. You could do 4 different marking periods. Remember, we had 4 marking periods in school. It's been a while since I've been in school, but that is the teacher themed one. But again, teacher themed just because of the dividers and it matches the teacher planner. And then we have the student one. So again, 4 dividers. And this is a little bit more neutral on the inside if you like that look. And we have half lined, half dot grid. Second divider, the third divider, and the 4th. And that is the collection. It's a lot of products, but I think this is going to be such a hit for students, teachers, parents, and people who love students and teachers and want to give them gifts. So I wanted to show you how I would do a spread in this planner that's not related to teaching, because I think that like a teacher can understand how this would be used, but I want to show you as someone who is not a teacher how I would use something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up the dates so that I can put in my own. And I'm just using my correction tape here. This is a really good planner option for someone who's looking for something a little bit more structured. Like I said, it's partially aligned vertical, it's partially dashboard, it's partially a teacher layout, and I think it's just a really strong layout. So we'll cover those up. I'm also going to cover up July. Come on. I'm out of correction tape. So I should have used a newer roll. And then I was just looking for my Kellofaplan dated basic stickers, which weirdly enough, I'm not seeing right now. But let's see. Okay, I found Dated Basics Volume 2, which is fine for this. It's not the current version, but it'll work well for this. So I'm gonna pop this into March. When I'm filming this, it's still March, so we're gonna do it for our current week. And then I wonder if these would fit. These are nice and big. Let's see. I don't know if these would fit. I also don't know what today is. What's wrong with me? What's today? Today is the 24th. Let's see. Oh, it's just going to be a little bit too big. That's all right. Let's look for black just to kind of keep things neutral. So we'll do 24, 25. And what I'm going to do is like set this up for the week and populate some things that I know are going on. And then I'm going to use this throughout the week so that when I share it, when this launch happens, you'll be able to see kind of how it was used. 27 and 28. I need my tweezers. I'm like trying to get this in. It's one of those like Monday mornings. It's really rainy and gross and gloomy here. And I just wanted to stay in bed. Okay, I forgot about this part. And now I'm realizing those are probably, oh, I don't have any more of this. Those are probably not going to fit. I do have a backup correction tape. I try to always keep a backup of like my favorite supplies, or most used supplies anyway. But then we need 29th and 30th. That's fine. I'd rather use the same colors. 9th and 30th. Okay, we can put this to the side. And now let's go to the Teach End Plan. So what I'm looking for here are the stickers for this section. I believe maybe these aren't, maybe these are sized more for these boxes and not for these. So we're going to create them. Let's see if this works the way that I'm thinking it will work. I could turn this and trim it. My scissors need to be cleaned. This would fit. It would fit right there. I could also put it this way. I think we're gonna put it this way because I like that there'll be a little bit of space above and below. Actually, would these have worked without having to cut it? I think so. Let's see, are those the same size? No, they're not the same size. All right, we're gonna change this. That pulled off pretty well. And then we'll add our colors in here. Let's do like the peach. Let's go for maybe this one. And then the lighter pink. Okay, now let's get these like categorized. So I'm gonna do finance, um, home, business, mm, let's do plans and goals. And the goals are going to be things to do that'll help me work toward my goals. So, first up, these checklists. So, I'm going to pair the same color because we are on payday, and this is the payday that my biggest bills get paid because I do have one more payday next week. Oh, got a little sticker here. But because it's the 31st, I don't want to have to deal with like bills processing. So today is going to be pay mortgage, pay Honda, pay HOA, pay Guardian, um, Venmo, credit card, and Roth IRA transfer. Okay, then you can take another checklist. Is this that more minty green or the darker green? I can't really tell. So that's the right one. And then home. I know I need to clean sink, put away shoes, washer, cleaner, like my washing machine cleaner. I have to run that today, and then we'll kind of see what else. Going back, let's try to keep this open. Business, which for me is plan with Elise. I don't use a planner for my full-time job because that's all digital. And business is film this video. I have a giveaway with Zebra happening today. I need to update my YouTube schedule for the week. Today is also Misfit Monday for Planner Kate. What else is on my business list? Oh, probably on my lunch break today, I have to film a budget video. Okay, and then we'll leave one blank. Now, let me pop in goals because I'm gonna go back to plans in a second, but because I had this page here for the checklist, I wanted to go into plans. So these boxes are gonna be great for these sections here. They'll fit perfectly. So tonight, James and I are going to the New Jersey Devils game. And that is at 7 p.m. Then, if I want to kind of continue the week, I think the only other like set plan right now actually is Saturday. So I'm going to put this in over here because of the 29th. Or actually, if I peel this up, I could put this here. Now, of course, because of this setup, I don't have the ability to put all of the different categories. So I could use bullet points to note, like if I have something for home, I could use a green bullet point here. But on Saturday, we have James's niece's birthday party. 2 p.m. Okay, and then I can just go in and add in other things. Like even though I'm not going to do the checklist and everything because we'd be here for a very long time. Tuesday night is going to be take out trash. Thursday night will be plastic recycling. And Friday night, if I have it, is take out trash. Finance. My bills are all paid for the week, so anything I add here will just be spending that I use that I did throughout the week. Like I'm sure that maybe tonight I'll be buying food or whatever when we go to the Devils game. Um, Business. I don't know if there's any. Trying to like think of what's coming up this week. I feel like I don't know if there's any launches or anything. I need to double check. But these will just be to dos and plans for all of the different categories. Important tasks, wrap Stella's gift. Another thing for finance I could do here is like I have to email my accountant and handle tax stuff. I want to purchase correction tape. So just any to-dos or tasks can be added into the week. You can also, of course, add deco into this. I was just sort of showing it from a functional like perspective. Now, I also wanted to show you a little bit with the student planner, how I could see this being used. So this week is March. What did I say today was March 24th? Why can't I remember today's date? What's wrong with me? March 24th. 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. You know what happens is when I'm filming videos and I'm getting a little bit ahead on my content because I just have a busy month and I need to be ahead, it's hard for me to remember what date we are currently on. So this for me, this layout, if I were to show how I would use this, I think that the best use for me personally would be Plan with Elise. So showing you a little bit how I'd use this layout to map something out. And even though I know that if you're watching this, chances are you're probably not a content creator, you may be, but most of you aren't. You can probably use this for any type of like project or overall picture that you're working on, or even just regular work. So my weekly goal is to finish UGC. UGC is user generated content. It's content that you don't see, but I deliver directly to companies. And be 2 weeks ahead on YouTube. I made a big list this morning of everything I want to get done this week, and I think that it's going to be a busy week, but I also think that I can do it. I believe in my ability to do it. So I wanted to kind of create a little box here. It's going to fit nicely right here. And let's do daily to do like that. Then we have important tasks, projects, deadlines. Okay, so some of these we are going to need to cover up. Like projects and deadlines can stay. Important tasks can stay. This one, let's do maybe green. And this can be videos to film. then we can cover up these two. And let's get a header box. We need one of these. This one, I'm gonna do Patreon, things to do for Patreon. And then this one will be short form, so like Reels or TikToks. Okay, now if I'm looking at videos to film, right? Well, actually, let's go back to the checklist so I can show you how these fit. And I'm not really doing any specific color coding. I'm just kind of choosing random colors. Okay, videos to film will be this video. And then what else? What other videos I have? My Moxie Life for the week of April 7th. A memory keeping video. My Q2 goals. My April goals. My journal for the week of April 7th. And then a couple of other launch videos that we'll leave to the side. Okay, projects and deadlines. So I'm going to write UGC number 1, UGC number 2, and then Friday deadline, which is for something else. You could also use these checklist stickers that are on the left. We can do a blue one here just to add a little bit of fun color. Okay, and then important tasks. I have my zebra giveaway, which I'm really excited about. I have to mail out spreads. And we'll leave that be for now. Patreon, we need to do weekly shout outs this week. So I'm gonna write, let's use one of these other checklist stickers. Goes up a little bit. So I'm gonna do shout outs. Each week, certain tiers get access to the YouTube schedule. So I'm gonna write my NW schedule, which is my little code here, just for shorter words. I'd like to get 4 April customs done. So I'm going to write 4 customs and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and exclusive video. Okay, now the daily to do, we can pop these in. You could use all the same color, you could use different colors, but again, the goal isn't necessarily to show you like how to use this as a content creator, but just how to use it for another area that may not necessarily be student. So just to put those in for now. So daily to do is going to be post zebra. This video. We kind of did this already in the other planner. But UGC budget. I think at this point I could probably do next week's schedule. Sometimes I wait until later in the week because things change a lot. But this kind of gives you an idea. Here's another example. Monday or Tuesday now, I have a meeting at 1:30. My plan with Elise meetings usually are at 1:30 because that's when I take my lunch break. So that's going to be there. And then I'll just, continue filling in the rest. A habit tracker that I could do here is YouTube comments. I've been a bit behind on my YouTube comments. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to get back to them actually, maybe even today. Oops. And then this area I can just use for other. So just different ways to be able to use this. Okay, let's recap real quick what is releasing. We have the student planner, we have the student plans sticker book, we have both notebooks that are going to be available, the Teach and Plan sticker book, and the teacher planner. This is a big launch, but I think it's a wonderful one, and Heather did an amazing job designing these products. This launch is on Friday, April 4th at 10 a.m. Central. I will have a link in the description to shop if you are shopping. It's an affiliate link, which means I earn a commission, and it's highly appreciated when you use it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.